Political polls. They failed us in 2016, right? Well, maybe not. It seems so many of us just failed to interpret them correctly. But we can change that. All the talk and headlines in 2016 assumed Hillary Clinton would trounce Donald Trump.
There are a lot of very nervous Republicans this weekend.
She did not. How did we get it so wrong? Well, we were laser focused on national numbers and not what the voter sentiment was in our local communities. I mean, for what it's worth, the national polling in 2016 was pretty darn accurate, predicting Clinton would win the popular vote by 3%. She won by 2%. But we elect our president through the Electoral College process, and it's likely the next one will be decided by what's happening on the ground in just a few swing states. 4 of them, in fact, according to a recent Washington Post analysis. These are the states where journalists, pollsters, and activists alike should be talking to voters. But just like in 2016, there's remarkably little of that happening right now. So the pundits instead try to debate what the national polls mean. I can save them some trouble. They mean nothing. And the same goes for so much of the 2020 primary polling right now. Instead of talking about the national numbers, we should be focusing our attention on just 2 states, Iowa and New Hampshire. Because history shows these eensy-weensy electorates could reset the entire race and turn voter sentiment in the 48 other states upside down. For instance, this was Hillary Clinton's polling advantage in North Carolina over Barack Obama in late 2007. And this is what it looked like after he won the Iowa caucus in early 2008. Another thing that tends to get ignored in a poll is the methodology, the fine print at the bottom. No, not that fine print. Nope, keep going. Yes, that, the important details of who is being polled. This will tell you if respondents were likely voters, just registered voters, or all American adults, which, if they aren't likely to vote, are essentially irrelevant to our conversation. Then there's the poll with the small sample size. But since most political observers, including journalists, are pretty terrible at math, we often get that wrong too. For example, a Monmouth poll of 300 Democrats back in August suggested Joe Biden's support was crashing among Democrats. It was the talk of the town for 24 hours.
Here's a new poll that is turning everyone's head today.
Until 3 polls came out the next day revealing the Monmouth poll to be a wacky outlier. It just doesn't take much when you only have 300 respondents instead of the typical 900 or 1,000. So the next time you've got a friend touting a big shift in political polling,
2 out of 3 Americans,
4 polls, possible signs of moving.
ask those smart questions about who was surveyed. And when someone criticizes polls as unreliable, question whether it's the polls or that person's ability to read them.